Very good evening, everyone. This is Rajendran here, joining from Algomojo. In today's session, what we are going to talk about is we are going to look into the PineScript programming, how we can create our own trading strategy using PineScript, how we can backtest it, and how we can automate it. These are the three parts we are going to look in today's session. So before getting into the session, just give me a quick confirmation about the audio and video quality. Is the audio and video quality is good? There's a chat box is over there. You can go and confirm the audio and video quality. If it is yes, simply type yes. Thank you, Ram, for the confirmation. Thank you, Arjit. And without any further delay, let me quickly go back and kickstart with the session. So I'm going to go to the TradingView platform. Now under TradingView, right? So let me go and go to some Nifty future, something like that. I'll try to go and open the charts. Now from here, you can see there are two things are there. That is what more important for creating strategies and backtesting your strategy. One is a Pine editor, where you can code your own trading strategy. Next one is a strategy tester, where you can go and connect your strategies and you can backtest how your strategy is performing in the last couple of days. There is also a trading panel is there. This is mostly for brokers. More who want to, if you want to do a paper trading, you can connect with your paper trading account and you can send orders to the paper trading account. Of course, as of now, you cannot automate it, but yes, you can connect with and you can do that trading and you can see it. There's a buy button is there. You can go and press the order and you can see it for yourself. Orders will be placed only during live markets only. This is more of a manual order placement. Okay, it cannot be automated. There is no way to automate these kind of things. But if it is anything connected to the real broker, orders will go through. But currently, no Indian brokers are here. For automation purpose, as I said, you have to go and use the PineScript editor only. Let me show you, first of all, how to write a simple trading system and how to backtest it. That is what I'm going to explain in this particular series. So first thing first, let me explain what you can understand from here. So what you can understand from here is, you can see that the version equal to 4, that is a compiler version. Every time TradingView will be coming up with a new version. The latest version is version 4. So version 4 contains a lot more new features, new functionalities. You can use it in the TradingView platform. Now, second thing is like, let's say I want to create a very simple trading strategy. I want to create a simple strategy here. Let's say super trend, not super trend. Let's say like I'll go with some simple EMA crossover itself, simple EMA crossover with the alerts I want to configure with alerts. I'm also giving that study. If you put study over here, that means you're creating an indicator. Okay, it's not a strategy. You're just only going to create an indicator. And you're saying like overlay equal to true. Overlay equals true. If at all you're going to use to plot something like moving average, you're going to plot on top of the candle. Anything that you want to plot on top of the candle, you have to make sure that the overlay is true. Right? Followed by that, I have to give, so if at all I want to plot a simple EMA crossover, right? I have to create two EMAs and I have to collect two EMAs different length also. Length of the length 1 and length 2 I have to get. So I'm going to create a variable length 1 here. Length 1 is nothing but the, I'm going to create an input parameter. So I'll put a double slash and so I'll say like input parameter. So what does that means here is I want to create a controls. I'll show you how the controls looks like. So length 1 means length 1. I'm going to use a function called input. You see that the moment I type input and I open the bracket, it automatically turns blue. And if I try to place my cursor over here, it says like it's an inbuilt function. So inbuilt function, I have to send a couple of values over here. I have to send the default value, DEF VAL, comma title, comma type, comma confirm. So a lot of options, different options are available over here. So what I want to get here is I want to get a simple input is what I need to get. So I'll say like a default value of the EMA, I'm going to say like 20, and title, I'm going to say like equals, I'll say like title. It is more of a label. Anything which is a label, I have to put inside a double quotation. I'll say length 1 and comma type equal to what kind of input you're going to get. Are you going to get a number? Are you get a date and time kind of functionalities? Are you going to enter some text values? So here we want to get an integer value. So in that case, I'm going to say like input dot integer. You see that it automatically turns kind of red here. That means it is a recognized inbuilt. If you place your cursor over here, it says like built-in variable. These are built-in variable. Input is an inbuilt function, and input.integer is an inbuilt variable. So followed by that, I can also say min value and maximum value. What is the minimum value? What should be the maximum value? And what is the step size? So I'll tell you what are those things. Minimum value, min val equals 5, and max val equals, let's say I'll go up to 200 period moving average, and the step equals 1. So I created a first control. Likewise, I'm going to create the second control as well. Second control, I'm going to make it as length 2, and I'll say like default value is 50. Title, I'm going to give us length 2 over here. Input dot integer, min val is 5, max val is 20, and step equal to 1. So far I had created only the controls over here. Let me save the code. Okay, I'll save the code. I'll say like you click on save. The code, when you're saving the code will be only available to you only. None of the players in the internet, they will not be going to see you what is your code. They cannot go and see it at all. All the code will be stored inside the TradingView cloud itself. I'll say like simple EMA crossover alerts. Automatically it's picking up from the study. Here it is automatically picking up. I'll save it. Now I can add it to the charts. If I add it to the charts, you see the indicator has been added. Here, if you could go and see the inputs, you have created a length 1 and length 2. You can see that why there is a blue color line is also getting plotted. What is that blue color line? Which is nothing but the plot close. The closing value is plotted as the candlestick. But however, we don't want this. Let me save the code and I'll add it to the chart. Now you can see that now only controls are available. Only 2 controls are available. Oops, there is an issue with the code. If any issue, it says like what the issue it is. It is asking to plot something, at least a plot. I'll say like, I'll go and say like plot, close, comma. I want to say like the plot of the candle. Maybe I'll go and plot the EMA lines. I'm going to plot the EMA lines here. So I'll go and plot the EMA. I'm going to compute the EMA lines. Compute EMA levels. I'm going to say like EMA 1 equals EMA of close, comma. So if you don't know how to send you see that EMA is an inbuilt function. EMA is asking for 2 things, source, comma, length. Source is what kind of price value that you want to input. Length is the length of the look back period. So comma, length 1. And in this programming language, it doesn't end with semicolon. Generally, most of the programs will be ending with a semicolon. Every statement, every line we call it as what? A statement. Okay. So EMA 1, I had calculated. EMA 2 equals EMA of close, comma, len 1. So like they support a lot of inbuilt variables. If you want ATR, you can just simply type ATR. You'll be able to get ATR. If you want any classical indicator, let's say like you want something like Arun indicator, they don't have Arun. But if in case if you don't know what functions are supported, you can click over that particular function, use control click, press your control button and click on that. Automatically and PineScript reference manual opens up. You can see all the inbuilt functions over here. So anything that you want to search, let's say, let's check anything on Arun oscillator is there or what. They don't have an Arun oscillator. Maybe something like, maybe it looks like stochastic. They have some starch. And Bollinger Band, let's see, Bollinger. They have BB. BB is for Bollinger, and BBW is for Bollinger width. Even they have functions like super trend also. Super trend. You can use super trend as an indicator. You can call it and you can send the values and you'll be able to plot the super trend values. Okay. I'll later on talk about that. I'll copy this later on. I'll keep it with me. And later on, I'll show you how to plot on super trend indicator also. So EMA has been calculated. We're going to plot the EMA. So while plotting, I'm going to say like plot, open the braces, and maybe if you are not sure what are the values to pass, you can say like series you have to pass, title, color, line width. You don't need to pass everything, but you have to pass certain things are not mandatory. You have to minimum, you have to pass the series at least. So you can see that. Let me go and click on that plot function. You'll be able to find examples also. Control and click, you'll be able to find a lot of examples also. So under this plot, I'm going to plot the EMA1, comma. You see that next to EMA1 is nothing but the series. Automatically, TradingView knows that it is series. Title, if you don't want, straight away, if you want to jump to color, you can go and straight away say color equal to. Only if you want to say color directly after series, you want to jump straight away to color, you have to say color equal to color dot red. Okay, again, that is an inbuilt variable because it is recognized and it is turning into red. Next, maybe I want to say line width also. Line width is equal to 2. I can just straight away type 2 also because next to color, it knows that it is line width. But still, the better idea is to say like line width equals 2. 2 is the thickness of the line. More the bigger the number you're going to give, more thicker the lines are going to be. Right? 2 means moderately thicker. 3 means more thicker. 4 and 5, it gets more and more thicker. So EMA lines I had plotted. EMA line for color. EMA2 also, I'm going to plotting it. So now I have the EMA length inputs. It's a user-based input. User can input the values, calculating the EMAs, and I'm plotting the EMAs. Let me save the code here. So it is getting plotting only one lines only. Why? Maybe somewhere the plot 2, we would have missed something. Okay, that is like length 1 and length 2. Notice that EMA 1, we have to input length 1. EMA 2, while calculating, we have to use length 2. That is 50 period EMA. Save the code. Now we get 2 input lines. So maybe we have to put a different color. That makes sense. So color, instead of input dot color dot red, I'll say like color dot green. So one of the color, you can also make it as green as well. Okay. So first thing to automate is first you have to make your indicators ready. Right. So this is what we are doing here in this process. Followed by that, next one is writing your rules, when to buy, when to sell. So I'm going to say when to buy, when to sell. That is entry and exit condition. I'm going to code entry and exit conditions. I'm going to code it. So how we can do that? Buy equals a crossover of EMA1, EMA2. This is, we're looking for a crossover. Crossover is always a bullish condition. Anytime, anywhere you want to write a comment, you can put a double slash and you can write in a plain English, because that is no way connected to the programming language at all. It is more of a commenting thing. Tomorrow you're going and looking into the code, you will get to know what the code is trying to do. So I'll say like this is a positive EMA crossover. Likewise, I'm going to say sell. I want to sell it when there is a cross under is happening. Cross under of EMA1, EMA2. This is more of a negative EMA crossover. Negative EMA crossover. So followed by that, these kind of things, right? It will have issues during real time. I'll tell you what kind of issues will be there. Let me pull up an whiteboard here. I'll try to go and explain. Let us say you're in a 5-minute chats. 5-minute chats. And if you are using EMA kind of crossover, you want to send signals only on the close of the candle. So in that case, what one have to do? Why one have to send signals on close of the candle? Signals only on the close of candle. Close of candle. Why? The reason is, let's say 2 EMA crossover is happening. The 3rd minute, 2 EMA crossover happened. Let's say this is EMA 1 and EMA 2. Both the crossover happened in the 3rd minute. In the 4th minute, what it could happen here is at times the EMA 1 would have been diverged and EMA 2 also would have been diverged. EMA 1 and EMA 2. It was looking like a crossover, but it have been diverged. In that case, signal comes and signal would have been disappeared. So signal appeared in the 3rd minute and signal would have disappeared in the 4th minute. Disappeared. So to avoid this kind of repainting problem, this is what we call as a repainting. Signal occurs 3rd minute, 4th minute, it would have disappeared because condition again becomes invalid. To avoid this problem, we have to do one thing. We have to watch the signals only on the close of the candle only. Only we have to generate signals only on the close of the candle. For that, we have to delay the signals by 1 bar. So what we have to do, we have to introduce delay. Introduce delay in signals by 1 bar. We have to delay it so that we can convert repainting indicator to non-repainting. Now signals will appear only on the close of the candle only. So now afterwards, after doing this, signals will appear only on close of the candles, close of candles. Say buy equal to, what I have to do here, so it's a very simple thing. Buy of 1. I'm just giving a delay of, what I'm trying to do is that a previous bar buy, I'm just making it as a current buy. By doing so, I will be giving a delay. So the signals will happen only on the close of the bar only. And likewise, I'm also going to say like sell equal to sell of 1. So as I said, by doing this kind of delay, signals will appear only on the close of the candle. Candle closes, EMA crossover is confirmed, then only signals will be taking signals will come, signals will stay, it will not erase at all. Now we also need to give buy and sell signal also to this. That is also pretty much easier. So we need to plot buy and sell signals, plot buy and sell signals. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So we have to do a plot shape. There's a function called plot shape. Using that, you can plot buy and sell signals. Let us say you want to, maybe you can give a name to that differently. You can say like buy signal and sell signal. I want to plot for buy signal. I'm going to plot the arrows or labels. I'm going to say like style equals shape up. Style equal to, sorry, shape dot label up. So how do I know all those things? By go and, as I said, control and click. You will get a lot of examples on this. You can go and learn also. You can understand, you can read what inputs I can take, what are the arguments it takes, how to pass the values, what are the recommended parameters, how to use the style values, what are the different location, what are the different parameters which are supported, what is the location, what is the color, what is the transparency, what is the offset, what is the text. You can go and read each and everything, and you can go and plot whether you want a tiny, small signals, or you want a normal size signals or a big signal, what kind of signals you want. All those things you can get it from there. Comma location equal to location dot below bar. And I'm going to say like color equal to color dot green. So one more thing here, you can see that the shape dot label up is not plotting properly because there's a spelling mistake over there, label up. So it should, these are, if it is an inbuilt variable, it should show in a dark red color. If it's not showing in dark red color, that means it is, you are making some mistakes over here. Immediately you can go back and correct those mistakes. So then what title, you're going to say like title equal to by, title equal to by, a by signal. And followed by the title, what color you want to plot the text. So you can say like the text probably we want to plot in color white, comma, color dot, text color equals color dot white. If you want to know what are the list of colors are there, you can just click on that color, any colors you can click and you'll be able to see that. You just go and type colors over here, color, all the list of colors you'll be able to see over here. Color aqua, color black, color blue. You have to go to the PineScript reference manual. That is one place that you can learn about the PineScript in a very detailed fashion. They also given for the previous version also. Version 3, they have a separate manual. Version 4 also, they had a separate manual. This is for version 3. Version 4, as I said, more functionalities happened in version 4. Okay, they have a separate manual for version 3 and version 4. Recent version is version 4 only here. You can code in version 3 also, but latest version is what more recommended. If in case if you want to code in version 3, you have to say version equal to 3, then only you can start using those functionalities. So color white is done, and followed by that, I'm also going to add one more thing as well, one more line. I'll go and add. I'll say like cell signal. Cell signal. Shape down. It's not shape up here, it's shape down. And location. Again, there are different types of locations are there. Location up, location below the bar, location above the bar. So where you want to plot the signal? So I want to plot a cell signal above the bar. So above bar. What color you want to plot? Obviously cell color. So it is like red color, color dot red. And it is going to be a cell signal. And text I'm going to maintain as a color white itself. I'm going to maintain. Now next thing is like I'm going to create an alert. So I can create an alert saying like alert equal to alert condition by 1, comma title equals, you can give a by signal, comma what kind of message you want to show in your alert. You can say like message or message equals go long. So here we are configuring alerts. And likewise, I'm going to plot for by signal. You can go for cell signal also. Cell signal, title is a cell signal. So go, I can go say like go short. So what you can do, you can save it. Now ensure that there are no errors. So here is the compiler here. You can see the compiler logs. As of now, no error is there. Alerts are saved. Now it is good to use. I can also, if I want to clear, I can right click and clear the console as well. I can also minimize the console, minimize the PineScript. Now we can see wherever there is a signals are coming in. As of now, we are able to see only the dots only. Here, there's a small tiny dot is what we are seeing here. So you see the shape. The shape is like not a bigger one, but there's a small uptrend or small downtrend is what we are seeing. Labels are not clear yet. We can also, what we can do is we can also go and plot labels also. We can also go and plot certain labels as well. Or if you want to increase the width, what one can do here is they also give a condition called size. So you can go and check size. So size equal to comma size equal to. You can go and select the size. So how do I know the size? Go to the reference manual. Here you just go and type size. You'll be going to get different types of varieties of size. So like size normal, size large, size huge, size small. I prefer to say like size dot small. So size dot small, size dot, oops. If not, we'll go for size dot normal. Yeah, you can see that now that the arrows are getting a bit bigger. It's a small arrow, by the way, not a bigger one. Small arrow, small bisex arrows are there. Now one can also go and make, so this crossover happens. So that is the crossover is happening. So crossover, it happens here. And the next bar is what the candle is coming and plotting over here. Crossover happens in this particular candle. Crossover happens. So the candle after crossover, next bar opening is what the your result you'll be able to see from here. That means crossover happens. End of the candle is completed. Next bar opening is there. It forms a crossover. Something like 15 minutes. So now what we are going to do here is, this is indicator. Indicator, you cannot create any strategy to that. Indicators cannot be automatable also. You can only max to max, you can write an alert. For strategy, you don't need to configure any alerts because by default strategies, one can use it to create alerts automatic. That is very easily possible. Now, one thing what we have to do here is, this is a strategy. So I'll save this as a strategy, right? Now also, if at all, if I want to publish to the people, what I'll do, I'll go and publish the script. You have to write a small introduction to publishing the script. So I can say like continue publishing. Small EMA crossover with alerts. I want to say like a tutorial on creating simple EMA crossover indicator. It's an indicator, more of an indicator. Crossover indicators with alerts and the signals. Let me keep it as an open as well. If in case if I want to protect, people cannot see my code, but people will be able to use it. Anybody can go and use my code. Invite only if I'm inviting, only those people they can come and access my indicators. As of now, I'll keep it open. Go to the category. I'll say like it is more of a trend analysis tool, and I'll go and give a tag, say like EMA crossover strategy. Let's say like indicator. So whatever the tag you want to give relevant tags. Publish the scripts. Don't try to put any of your domain. Don't try to put any promotions, because TradingView is very, these days they are looking into each and every post what the users are making. They are banning the users if at all, if they are coming and doing over promotion in their portal. So I'll publish the script here. Automatically the script will be available for people. Any people can go and see the script, and they can go and make changes to that script. They can add it, they can release the versions. People can go back and watch these scripts. All right. So people can like it. They can go and comment it also. Not a big deal. Now, coming back to the topic here, this is one thing that you need to know about it. Now, we had done a simple indicator only, but however, the requirement is we want to automate it. Okay. For automation, what I need to do here is I need to go and change this code into a different code. Probably I'll copy this entire code here. I want to go to a newer program. I'll say like Control I. I'll be able to get a newer version of the code. Okay, so this is a new code. You see that untitled script. You can give a name to that also. I'll give a click on that. I'll say like EMA crossover strategy is what I'm going to create here. I'll save the code. I'll paste the code also. Now this is going to be a strategy. So if it's going to be a strategy, I'm going to change the study to strategy here. Strategy is what it is capable of sending orders for backtesting purpose. So strategy is not only indicators, but indicators combined with buy and sell rules. So here buy and sell rules are there. Already I had coded, right? Buy and sell rules are there, but that is not a way how TradingView thinks as a strategy. You have to send orders to the backtester. You have to send orders, then only it will be considered as you have to send a long order, you have to exit the order, you have to put a stop loss, you have to put a target. So all those things you have to write in TradingView platform. So what I'm going to say here, I'm going to say like some more thing I'm going to add it over here. There is a function called strategy function, strategy.entry. Okay, strategy.entry. Here I'm going to say a couple of things. If I want to go long, any fresh entry condition or fresh exit condition, I have to use strategy entry. Entry long is also an entry condition. Exit is also an entry condition. I mean, long is also an entry condition. Short is also an entry condition. So here I'm going to say like what kind of activity it is. I'm giving an ID to that. It's a long. I'll say like strategy.long. So if you don't know, always you can go and click on the strategy.entry. You'll be getting a lot of insights on that. How to send the values, enter long. You can say like true. If you set true, that means it will try to enter long over there. And one talks about quantity. So in my case, I want to send like 5 lots. So I'm going to say like 5 lots. How do TradingView knows that lots? It internally knows that what is the lot size. If you put 1, it will take, if it is share, number of share, it will take like only 1 share. If it is lot, it will try to take in terms of lots. So I'm putting 5 here. So that means it will be doing for 5 lots. 5 lots. And when you want to punch the order, when equal to buy signal. Buy signal is what I had configured. The end of the candle, buy signal will get confirmed. At the end of the candle, when buy signal is getting true, when buy condition is becoming valid, that is when the crossover is happening, it will try to send a long order. To whom? Does it send to AlgoMojo? Not yet. We have to connect the AlgoMojo. So here, strategy.entry, we had coded, but this is very mandatory for doing the backtesting. Likewise, I'm also going to enter the strategy here as well. Strategy. This is for long entry. This is for what? This is for long entry. I also want to close my longs, right? When I want to close my longs. Long exit. I want to exit my longs when strategy dot exit. I want to say like long. What ID which I opened, the same ID I want to close it. So long is the ID, the same long ID I'm just putting over here. That is the one I'm going to close my position. I mean, I can use exit or I can also go and use close, strategy.close. I'm going to close the position here. When you want to close the position, again, you have to sell. Whenever there is a sell signal is there, I want to close my open positions. And likewise, I also want to code short, when to enter short. If at all your strategy requires short, you can go and say short entry. That is just a text notation. So strategy dot entry. I'm going to say like short, comma, strategy dot short, which is inbuilt variable. 5 lots I want to short. When you want to short, I want to short when there is a sell signal is there. Whenever there's a sell signal, I want to go and short the markets. And finally, I want to code the short exit as well. Short exit. See how I'm coding. Strategy dot entry. Sorry, strategy dot close. I want to close the position. For which position? It belongs to the short position. I want to close it. It's the same idea I'm using here. Whatever the idea I used is the same idea I'm using here also. It can be any name, whatever the name it is putting. If you are putting 12, here also you have to put 12. Okay, here also you have to put 12 over here. So to make it meaningful, instead of putting some random values, I'm just putting short so that you know that the ID is short. Otherwise, you can put any values over there. So short, when you want to close it, when there is a buy signal is there, that is the EMA positive crossover is there, I want to exit my shorts. So here I had coded the EMA crossover. I'll save it. I had saved the strategy. Since you see that when you are writing a strategy, alert condition doesn't have any effect because we don't need an alert condition at all. The reason is strategy alerts are by default configured in TradingView. We don't need to put any special code for configuring the alerts. So let me save the code here. So now the code has been saved. Now strategy is ready to backtest. Where I can do the backtesting, I can go to the strategy tester. So if any strategy, right, if there's any inbuilt strategy is there, you can save it, saving the strategy and applying it to the strategy to the charts. You can see that this is a strategy I had coded. It will enter long and it will close the long entry. Enter short and it will exit the short. Enter long, so it will keep on doing a flip, long and long to short, short to long. It will keep on going. So now you will have a fair idea. If I would have traded this particular strategy, what could be the performance summary? Will the strategy will be ending in a profit or loss? It is ending in a profit. Of course, 5 lots. So according to that 5 lots, each and every trade you can go and see each and every trade. What is the entry price? What is the exit price? Number of contracts. That means 5 into 75. 5 into 75 is how much? Five into 75. 375, right? Absolutely, yes. So that many number of shares would have been bought and sold. What is that resultant profit? You'll be able to see from here. Absolutely. All right. So you'll be able to see the signals also. Now you can see that the buy and sell signals, how many lots has been taken. Here you're taken 5 lots. And whenever you're reversing, you are closing your old short also, and you're taking a fresh long also. Again, you can see here, whenever there is an exit condition is there. So -5 for closing entry and another 5 for exiting the shorts. That way is also, it is possible. You can go and code the signals over here. Now, how to automate it? That is a question, right? So now it's very easy to automate now these days. You need to be aware about 3 major modules that one should know about that. Let me go and get the modules. How you should configure the modules also, I'll tell you. You have to go to algomojo.com/blog. Even in the previous day session also, we talked about these modules. So go to simplified algo execution controls for TradingView, which I posted around April 8. Let us say I want to automate for a particular broker. Let's say like I want to automate for, if at all you're doing with angel broking, you can use it over here. Let's say I'll do it with angel broking itself. What are the things that I need to do? First of all, you need to log into the angel broking portal. So an.algomojo.com. Log into that particular portal. Just simply log in. Click on login over here. go and get the API key and API secret key. You can go to the My API key section, get the API key and API secret key as well. Now coming back to the module, right? You have to copy this first block. So you see this is the first block which contains only the AlgoMojo execution controls. A lot of parameters are there. What symbol you want to trade, what kind of orders you want, what is the trading symbol, what is the symbol token, what is the exchange order type, product type, whether you want to send an intraday order or a carry forward order, all kinds of features are there. Copy this block and go and paste it at the top of your code. So go and paste it at the top of your code. So I'll go to the Pine script, go to the top. After the next to the strategy, I'll paste the module 1. Module 1 is completed. And of course, what I have to configure here is I have to configure my API key and my API secret key. So that I'll get it from over here. I'll go and get it. I'll set the API key and API secret key as well. So I had done the settings of API key and API secret key. What is the strategy name? What is the variety? Variety is like normal order or stop loss order or AMO order. By default, I'm going to send a normal order. What is the symbol? Probably I want to send an Nifty. What is the May contract currently? It is May 27 expiry, right? 27 May 21. 27 May 21. May contract. You can put some default values over here. So May 27 contract, in case of angel broking, if you don't know the symbol, you can always get the symbol from here. Go to the dashboard, go to the search section, type Nifty futures, Nifty futures. You'll be able to get that Nifty May contract. After getting that Nifty May contract, here is the symbol name, Nifty 27 May 21 futures. Same value, you have to use it. And there is also one more thing you have to collect it over here. You have to go to here and go and get the security info. This is only required only in case of angel broking. Angel broking, getting the token number is mandatory. So 612111 is the token number. So we got the token number. Go back to the screen here and place the values under the token section. Okay. So by default, the exchange is NFO. However, there's also other exchange option is also there. Order type, by default, it is market order, but you also have a very wide variety of choices. And product type is by default carry forward. If in case if you want the intraday, you can go and select. You are creating a control for intraday also. So likewise, all these controls are created. Let's go and save the code. Let's see how the strategy looks like. How the module 1 is completed. Module 1 is all about controls only. We're going to create a controls. So where are the controls? Here, if you go to the settings, you can go and see those controls. All these controls are available here. Normal, stop loss, AMO, and NFO, NSE, M6, BSE, market, limit, stop loss limit, stop loss markets, carry forward intraday, all such orders, all such controls are available here. So first thing is all about controls. So controls has been coded. Next one is all about module number 2. So where I can see the module number 2. Module number 2 is all about API data configuration. This is for angel broking block. Different brokers, I have a different block for that. So you can go and read the article completely. I'll also share the link also in the chat box. I'll go and place the values. I'll place the link. You can go and read it later on. But I'm just simply copying it. I'll copy it again. I'll be adding it to my AlgoMojo. Next to the block 1, I'll immediately add the block 2 parameters. Or maybe I can add anywhere I can add it. Here I'll straight away block 1 and block 2. I had added the controls. So this is block 2 module. Block 2 module also ended. No change is required. In case of block 2, no changes are required. In this block 2, what it talks about is like there are something BE is a communication message that we're going to send it to AlgoMojo. It will send 1 times of the quantity. It is buy entry. If there is a buy entry is happening, we'll send 1 time of the buy long entry. That is how the message has been coded. This is the information which will be communicated to the AlgoMojo. SX is nothing but a short exit. We'll be shorting 1 times of the quantity. And BSR is nothing but buy, stop, and reverse. If you are in short and you want to buy it 2 times of the quantity, you can use it. SE stands for short exit and BX stands for buy exit. If you want to close your buy, or you want to close your shorts, we will do a buy exit over here. And then SXR is there, which is nothing but a buy, stop, and reverse, which is nothing but is not SXR but SSR, short, stop, and reverse. The information has been already coded. This is where the information that you can see it, all these information, you can see it over here. All these are nothing but the JSON configuration according to the trading view. I had coded it. Now, third comes the most important module. Again, which is also very simple only. Third, here is the execution module. I'll copy all these things. It's very simple to do that. I copy all those conditions over here. And I'll go back to my module. So I'll remove my long and short entry condition. It's very simple. Just replace with my module, which contains, when there is a long condition, I want to enter B. Okay. So what I'll do here is this long condition, I'll connect with my buy signal. And likewise, the short condition, which I coded over here, I connect with my sell signal. And that's it. Now the code is ready to configure for alerts. Now, while configuring the alerts, what one have to do? So the 3 modules has been done. Now, what one have to do? Save the code. That is one thing to do here. After saving the code, maybe you can give a name also. You can say like Algo strategy, Algo Mojo strategy. Save it. So one more thing it is asking. So one more module, very important module, I missed it. It says like when equal to window. This window is what? Very, very important. I'm going to get it from the code. So that probably one more block of code. I have forgot to add it. So basically, connection lost. Here is the backtesting controls. So this is also, I have to add it to the module 3. This I missed it. Here I'll add it over here. This is also very important one. This will do the backtesting only from the from and to dates period only. So you have the control to backtest from let's say from January 1 to December. Only those period only you want to backtest. You can control those backtest results using these kind of controls. This is also additional backtesting control. One can add it anywhere above the long short condition. So now the code is done. I'll add it. You should not get any errors. It says like long condition. There is undeclared identifier. So why is it so? Anyways, I coded the long condition and buy signal is mapped. Execution controls are there. What I'm still missing? Okay, long condition. It is case sensitive, by the way. So this is, I'll copy this and then I'll post it over here. That's a small capital C is there. And likewise, short condition also, there's a capital C is there. So remember, it is more of a case sensitive thing. Now you save it, you should not see any errors. So no errors means automatically your backtesting should be functioning here. Now, once your backtesting is functioning, now it is very easy to configure an alert. So go to the alerts here, go to the thing, add an alert. Okay. Now from the alert, you have to go to the condition that alert is already configured. You don't need to touch anything over here. Webhook URL. In yesterday's session itself, I guess many of the people also yesterday's attended the yesterday session, right? I also explained about how to go and configure the webhook URL. If you haven't attended the same course, inside that recorded video is already posted. You can go back and check it out. I'll also repeat one more time where you can go and get this webhook URL. If you want to enable this webhook URL, definitely you should be a pro user or pro plus user or a premium user. So enable the webhook URL. You have to place this URL. This URL, you can find it from by going to the AlgoMojo platform, go to the API section. From the API section, let's say I'll go and select the particular broker. In my case, the broker is Angel Broking. Go and select the place order. I want to send an order to my broker. This is the URL. I have to take it. So this URL, I'll go and place the values over here. And I'll say like Angel Broking automation. And now under this message, so it's very easy now. I have to place the placeholder only. Strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. You can ask me why I should pass this message. I'll explain. Okay. You can create an alert. Now what will happen? I'll tell you the alert section. You can see that right now it is empty. The alert has been created. It will be continuously looking for buy and sell signals. Any buy signal happens, immediately order will be posted to the broker. To which symbol it will send an alert, you have to place your cursor over here. It shows which EMA crossover you are running. And what are the symbols of the configuration, everything that you'll be able to see over here. So if at all you want to see the configuration, what are the configuration that you had mentioned over here? It's the same thing. 20 and 50 EMA crossover is what the signal strategy is going to run. Quantity is 5. Suppose it's not quantity is supposed to be 5, right? It's supposed to be 75 is one lot, or 375 is what I have to run. This 5, TradingView knows that it is 5 lots, but AlgoMojo doesn't know that 5 is the lot size. For AlgoMojo, 375 is the lot size. Okay, so save it as 375. Probably you won't have to delete that old configuration because it is configured with wrong lot size. So now the lot size has been, I went to the settings. So quantity has been plotted properly. Make sure that all the values are plotted properly. All the values are set properly. Press OK. Now click, either alert can be created from here also, alert can be done from here also. Click on that, add to an alert. All right. So here, do the same things over here. The same thing, what we have to do here is double bracket, strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Okay. Alert. So you can say like Algo, Angel Broking automation. Now you can give any name to that, whatever, or your strategy name, you can give it. So that you can go and see those alerts in your terminal. Not only that, if you are watching from your desktop also, the same alert will be immediately created. You can see that this is from desktop application. Maybe from the desktop application, if you are using any of this multi-block modules or something like that. Here also from desktop also you can configure alerts, you can edit alerts, you can remove the alerts. You can also use the same thing in your browser-based applications also. And that's the beauty of TradingView itself. Now the alerts are the one which is going to send orders to the broker. Now the best part here is any buy-sell signals are coming in, you can automate it. But let's say today is a signal. Let's say today, first signal I'm going to take 21st. If any first signal is going to take, I don't want to send 2 times of the quantity. The +2 represents 2 times of the quantity. That means if your quantity is 375, the +2 represents, it will try to double the quantity. However, I don't want to double the quantity. If today's activity, let's say 21st is today, then when any buy signal is happening, I want to send only 1 time of the quantity only. So how I can control it? I can control it by using the backtesting controls. So here you can go and set the backtesting control as today's date. Let's say, assume that 21 is the day you're running the strategy. 21 and month is, month is like 5, May month. 21 is the Friday's date. Assume that Friday morning you're coming and setting those values. 2021. You don't need to do anything about the 2 dates. So set the date. Now you can see that you get only first signal is always only +1 only. After onwards, any signal that you are getting in, it will be doubled every time. So once the first signal is set, you can set and forget. That's it. You don't need to do anything at all. Automatically, first signal will be only one time it will take. From there onwards, every signal will be doubled automatically. Yesterday, the same thing is what I explained with Supertrend as well. So I'll do one thing. I'll publish this code. Later on, you can go back and verify it. Anyways, here is another strategy also. This one, I'll try to publish it. Later on, you can go and check what are the modules, how I created. Entire code, you'll be able to see it. So if for publishing it, what I can do, I have to click on publish scripts. I'll say continue publishing. I'm going to say like AlgoMojo, simple EMA crossover with AlgoMojo automation. AlgoMojo trade automation with angel broking. So I'm just going to give a name. Oops. AlgoMojo angel broking. AlgoMojo angel broking automation. Okay. So I can give her some tagline also. Simple code executes buy and sell signals into orders in angel broking platform. Angel broking platform automatically, and it requires TradingView Pro plan to send automated orders using webhook. So give a category to that. You can say like, again, it's nothing but a trend analysis indicator only. But here you can say like automation. I can say like angel broking. Angel broking. AlgoMojo, those kind of tagline you can give it and you can publish it over here. Automatically, the same code. I'll also share it later on. You can go back and check these code as well. So this code you can later on go back and check it to yourself. This is with the angel broking. I'll try to do it with some other broker as well. Let us say I will take one more broker, tj.algomojo.com. I'll try some other different strategy also. With that, we'll try to close for the session. I'll try to find a strategy from the internet itself. So if you go to, let me remove this indicator first of all. All right. I'll go to indicators. You can find under public library, you can find tons of strategies. So what you have to do is you have to type simply strategy. You can find a lot of strategies over here. A lot of strategies, you can go and see it over here. Let's say one of the strategy, I'll try it out. Maybe something like I'll try to find a simple strategy, something simple which is not locked. Locked means you cannot automate it, because any locked strategy, it is very difficult to find what they coded, and we don't know whether the information is configured or not. Locked strategies cannot be automated, first of all. So they say like this is a strategy. If it is a strategy, you'll be seeing this buy and sell lines. Let us say there's something like moving average cross and B-band bots. Maybe I'll try to check the code and I'll try to automate it. Or maybe we'll try with this twin optimized trend tracker strategy. Okay, I'll try to double click. Clicked it twice. So one thing is like you should see the backtesting process. Once you see the backtesting process, you're okay with the results. And now you're thinking that I should automate this particular strategy in Nifty. You can choose the time frame, different backtesting will automatically happen. If you go and select hourly, you'll be seeing a hourly backtesting results. If you see 5 minutes, you'll be seeing a 5-minute backtesting results. 15 minutes, you'll be able to see the 15-minute backtesting results. You can see the trades, you're okay with the trades. And now you think the strategy could work when you're doing all these kind of analysis. And now next thing that you need to see here is where the entry signals. Here is there's a buy signal is there, right? There's a buy signal and there is a short signal. A buy signal is there. So now let's say I want to automate this particular strategy. I want to choose a different broker. Oops. First of all, I have to open the strategy. You can see that the strategy, open the source code. I cannot edit it, but I have to copy it. So I'll say like make a copy. And I'll say like twin optimized trend. I'll say like TWOT strategy automation. Save the code. So now the code will be stored under your inside your files, right? Inside your my scripts, it will be stored. All the files will be. Now the process is very simple. Next to the strategy, I'll go and add it for Trageny, right? So go to the same blog where I had published for different brokers. So here is the endpoint for the broker, tjapi.algomojo.com. And the code is over here. This is for angel broking. Here is the PineScript code for Upstocks, but what I want is for a different broker here. Oops, where it went. Yeah, here it is. This is the code for Alice Blue, Trageny, Zebu for all the brokers. All these brokers, here is the version. Same block 1 and block 2. I'm going to copy it. Here is block 1, which contains all the parameters, input parameters. And here is the block 2. Next to that, immediately I'm getting block 2 as well. So up to block 2, I'm just copying it. Block 1 and block 2 is very easy. Go and add it to the strategy. So you're having a strategy, you already prepared the strategy. Now you add the module. Second thing, what you have to do here is after adding block 1 and block 2 module, you go and change the API key and API secret key. So where I can get the API key and API secret key, go to the platform, go to my API section, get the API key and also get the API secret key as well. API key and API secret key as well. Ensure that strategy throws, it doesn't repaints, everything is proper. And now what information, what symbol you want to send up. So by default, I want to send it to Nifty futures. Again, type the Nifty futures value. Nifty 27. Or you can also control from the externally also. You don't need to send, you don't need to control over here. You can keep it as it is. You don't need to touch anything on block 1 and block 2. But you can configure those values externally. Okay, you no need to touch anything on the code. Only API key and API secret key you are changing. That is more than enough. Or if you want to change the default values, you can set the default values of instead of NS, you can say NFO. Always you want to trade only in NFO, you can use Nifty futures and options. If you're going to trade only in cash market, you can set those values over here accordingly. Now I have to add the other module. So probably the backtesting module you can see here. This backtesting module is already added over here. Now what I want to do here is there is buy signal LK and sell signal LK. This is what I need to map it to my last module. So last module is very simple. I'll copy this entire thing. That's a block 3 module. Remove this. Okay. So this they are using buy signal LK for buy instead of buy signal, and sell signal LK. I'm gonna remove their code. And they are using, in this case, they are using differently. Time range is what they're using. They're not using window. Maybe I'll call that as a window over here. Instead, I'll say like it's window. And I'll remove this code. Their strategy, I'm just removing. Rather, I'm just putting my conditions. And that's it. I'll save the code. Should not save any errors. Should be backtestable, then only we can execute it. So let me save the strategy. So strategy has been saved. Now you can see that there are not much of an errors. There was an transparent argument will be depreciated soon. That means what? That there is particular level maybe you don't need to use at all. They are removing it. Maybe in the upcoming versions, they are removing it. As of now, they are suggesting certain different things. It will work, but maybe very soon that values needs to be changed. Maybe they are coming up with new functions or new arguments. You can have to go and pass it. As of now, you don't need to worry about that. That is just a warning that value may not be later on working at all. You have to change into different values. Now the code is done. Strategy on top of this particular strategy, right? I have to go and add the alerts. That is the next thing that I have to do. Click and add the alert. Choose the broker. In my case, the broker is different. So broker is like TradeGenie. So I have to use TJ API dot place order. So TJ API. So I have the list completely here. Let's say like TradeGenie automation, and message is very same thing only, nothing much different. It is strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Okay, I'll create it. However, first trade I want to enter only one lot only. I don't want to duplicate double the lots. Okay, one more thing we again missed is like the lot size. So lot size and symbol. So without that, you should not straight away configure the alert. First, go and do the settings. First of all, check the indicator settings. Do all those settings over here. So where are those settings? I think I haven't applied that strategy at all. So let me close this. Go to the PineScript editor. I'll add it to the charts. After adding it to the charts, you should see the backtesting results. And after seeing the backtesting results, now you should go and see, go to the settings here. You should be able to see the strategy name, trading symbol. Trading symbol, if in case if you want to change here, you need a change, right? Nifty 27 May FUT. And the exchange, you can make it as NFO. Quantity is like, let's say 75, only one lot only you want to trade. Market order. NRML, if it is NRML means you can put NRML. If it is intraday order means you can put MIS. And that's it. Once the configuration is done, press OK. Now, once the configuration is done, once the API key, API secret key is done, then only you should finally go and configure the alert. Alert configuration is always the final process. So TradeGenie automation. Okay. And I'll say like strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Click create. Now I'm running two strategies. One strategy will send the automation to Angel Broking account, and another strategy, it will send automated trading to my another account in TradeGenie. So two different brokers, automation is running, two different strategies also. Strategy is also different. Maybe symbol also can be different, not necessarily it has to be the same symbol. The best part is I can close the application, still my algo will be running in the backend. But I cannot close the Algo Mojo. Algo Mojo should be on, and you should not log out. Only if you log out, it will not accept any orders. The moment you are logging out, it will not accept any orders. Or let's say even if you are accidentally closing the tab, if any signals are coming in, still orders will go, because still the session will be maintained by the browser. Say tj.algomojo.com. Still again, it directly goes and logs into the platform. Even if you're accidentally closing the Chrome tab also, still order will go. But let me tell you when the order will not go. When the moment you are logging out, you are voluntarily, orders will not go through at all. Automation will not happen at all. If at all you want to automate again, you want to accept automated orders, you have to manually go and log in into your account using the broker credentials. So do I need to keep my PC on for automation? Absolutely not. You can also log in from your mobile also. So log in from your mobile, that is more than enough. Once you log in, automatically, you should be able to see it. Even if your mobile switched off also, the automation will be still running in the backend. One have to cautiously go and log out, that then only they're accepting that automation will not happen in their accounts. So what is the costing will be involved over here? As I said, the costing will be very simple. If somebody is opening a trading account via Algo Mojo, it is forever free for them. It's a lifetime license. They'll be getting it. No cost and no terms and conditions absolutely no matter what. But however, if existing users, existing trading users or existing angel broking users, they want to trade, they don't want to shift to a newer account, they are happy with their existing account itself, and still they want to use the platform, there will be a platform fee will be there for the existing users. And the pricing will reduce if somebody is opting for an annual plan. They will be charged at an average of 500 rupees per month. That is the average cost that you can get if somebody is going for an yearly plan. Sachin is asking about, will there be a continuous check for trailing SL from TradingView? Yes, there will be continuous check will be there if you are trying to create any trailing stop loss strategies, right? Let's say something like super trend, it is naturally a trading strategy with trailing stop loss itself. TradingView will continuously absorb those things. All you have to do is one have to learn the Pine script. Is it possible to add target? Yes. Adding a target, adding a stop loss, it is always possible. Next week, I'm going to talk about that. Next week, Thursday, right? I'll be talking about how to build a strategy with stop loss and targets. I mean, I'll be discussing a strategy with stop loss and targets. If in case, if you are curious to learn Pine script, there is another way to do that. One can go to febinars.com. So there under Febinars, if you go to the courses, so there is a Pine script courses are available here. Here you can go and check out TradingView related courses, Pine script. So this is which is right now, which is there. Let me check. There's one more Pine script is there. So Pine script. Here, what we are trying to do here is you can go and learn the Pine script coding over here. This is a recorded one. However, if somebody want to join a live Pine script learning, almost we are doing some 20 plus hours of Pine script learning, where you'll be learning end to end, right from creating indicators, templates, watch list themes. You'll be getting basic introduction to TradingView. We'll be starting everything right from the scratch. How to understand the plot functions, how to understand the TradingView operators, how to draw the trend line based alerts. So a lot of things that you'll be learning from here, how to backtest your trading strategies, how to do position sizing in Pine script, pyramiding in all those advanced features you'll be able to learn, how to configure and generate alerts, trying to learn more about webhooks, how to create your own buy and sell signals, how to understand placeholders in strategy alerts, bar replays, automated orders using TradingView webhook, creating intraday trading strategies, how to send bracket orders, how to send cover orders, how to send option orders, and how to make a trading bot right from the scratch, how to create screeners, and how to send automated orders from screeners, and how to send multiple trading strategies at once, and of course, paper trading, risk management tactics, and building trading strategies with stop loss and targets, building strategies with trailing stop loss, implementing trend following, mean reversion, multi-time frame strategies, all those things one will be able to learn. We are doing almost 2 weeks of session, total 4 days. 4 days, every day we will be spending closely 5 hours. That is total like, so here it is like 5 hours, again another 5, another 5 and 5, total 20 hours of session. You'll be learning the most basics of Pine script right from the scratch. And this course is practically designed for the coders itself. If in case if you're curious, you can go and check out the link here. I'll also share the link as well. So Sri Danya is asking, if I want to open an account through Algomojo, which broker would you suggest? See, as I said, we are mostly broker neutral. We don't refer to any particular broker. What we are providing is we are providing a choice here where you can go and open under your own favorite broker. So tomorrow you will be seeing more and more brokers. So generally we don't recommend brokers because we always want to be broker neutral. You can go and choose the broker account under Algomojo. So Arjit Das is asking, can we place orders in multiple brokers from same alert, like placing orders in multiple angel broking account? Yes, it is possible. One have to do what? One have to use, this is, let's say this is for one account. Now you change the, now you go to the Algo TradingView platform, change the API key and API secret key, run one more alert for different accounts. Thereby simultaneously you can send orders to different brokers. There are two ways you can do that. I'll tell you what are the two ways. One is using place order. First thing is, let's say your strategy is ready. Strategy is ready. You enter your API key 1 and API secret 1. API secret 1 of your first account. Then configure parameters. Configure parameters. Create the webhook alert. Webhook alert. This is for client 1. Let's say your account. Maybe you are having one more, your mom's account. Same strategy. Now change the API key to 2 and API secret to 2. Again, configure the parameter. What are the parameters you want to set? Set the same parameters as such. And you configure the webhook. One more alert you configure. This alert you're configuring for a different API key. Maybe different quantity. Quantity you can set like, you can set like 2 lots, and here you can set the quantity as like 10 lots. So account 1, 2 lots will be punched, and account 2, 10 lots will be punched. That is possible. Same strategy, you don't need to do anything. Simultaneously, you can go and configure for any number of clients. There is no restriction to that. As I said yesterday, we talked about that. Pro account holders, they can run up to 10 strategies. That means same strategy also. One strategy you can maximum run up to 10 accounts you can run. One strategy you can run in 10 different accounts you can run. Or Pro Plus, if you are having, you can go up to 30 accounts. One can go 30 accounts or 30 strategies. Or 30 strategies. One can do via Algo Mojo. Divakar is having a question. Ready-made strategies are usable. So I don't know, you have to go on backtest. There is a feature to do the backtest. You can see the backtest on yourself. Or if you are having some ideas in your mind, definitely one can code those PineScript strategies automatically. I mean, it's very easy. Even a non-coder, they can learn such kind of PineScript codings. I have one strategy. Can this be done in TradingView? Of course, any strategies you can done in PineScript as long as it is a pure rule-based. Anything which is rule-based, a solid entry condition, solid exit condition, let it be a solid stop loss, solid trailing stop loss, anything can be coded. If anybody want to code, they can also send a mail to support@algomojo.com. Our team will evaluate and they will send you an estimation. And after sending an estimation, our developers will be working on your projects. They will be converting your ideas into codes. That is also Algo Mojo provides coding support also. Later on, you can connect it and you can run the code as an automation. You can do that. It is rule-based, but in options. But as I said, when it comes to options, entry is possible. Exit is an issue over here. When it comes to options, as of now, we are working towards that. For options, entry is possible. Even single leg, multi-leg, all those things are possible. Exit is a bit challenging. Exit is not possible at this point of time because we don't know which symbol it is. If you know the symbol, let's say you're going to trade only in Nifty, futures is there. Nifty futures is there. Maybe today, start of the day, you are going to trade only in Nifty 15,000 call option or 15,000 put option. Always you know what is the strike price. Then entry is also possible. Exit is also possible. All right. So if you know that fixed option strikes, then entry and exit both are possible. If you are always trading at the money call option, always trading in the money call option, your entry is at the money and you want to close that at the money, then that is not possible, because entry is possible in that case, but exit is not possible at this point of time. We are also working towards that as well. But if you know the strike price, this is the strike price I'm going to play. When Nifty futures are going to trade, I want to punch orders in options. It's the same position I'm going to enter. Same position is what I'm going to exit. That is possible in case of TradingView. So Divakar Rao is asking about, can I run any automation which is the posted in market calls by you? See, most of the codes I posted are mostly sample codes which demonstrates how to run the strategies. Okay, my intention is not to provide any profitable strategies on the public media. So most of them, whatever I posted are how to do kind of tutorials. Something could be profitable. Some of them are only design level, just to approach how to create such kind of modules, how to create such kind of thinking into strategies. Those are the things that you'll be finding in my portal. So when you are using it, make sure that you're testing it properly and it works for you, it suits your style, then you can definitely go and execute such kind of modules. Is there any strategy which I can buy from AlgoMojo for TradingView? Now, as of now, we are not providing any modules for TradingView. We do provide certain things for AmiBroker, but not for TradingView yet. Do we need true data subscription if we have TradingView? No. TradingView provides free data. All you have to do is you need a pro subscription from TradingView, and the data is not chargeable there. You'll be paying only for the TradingView platform. So TradingView provides, as of now, they are not charging at all. Last 3 years, so I've been watching them since 2013 onwards. They don't charge for the data charges. Charges for Indian markets, they are currently providing NSE futures, MCX futures, and other cash instruments, NSE and BSE cash instrument. People are getting it free of cost only. Can we get backtested data for AmiBroker strategies from 2018 till date? We do provide backtesting. If at all you need anything to do backtesting, we do backtesting service also. We have data right from 2011 onwards. When we can have AmiBroker webinars? That's a very good question. If you are very curious to learn about AmiBroker, tomorrow there is a session is happening. You can go to webinars.com and here go to the courses section. Under courses section, you can go and learn. You can enroll in tomorrow's case. Right? So this is happening tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the evening. So where anybody who is very new to AmiBroker, who want to learn AmiBroker based strategies, or they want to create and they want to backtest AmiBroker based thing, they can go and learn from here. All right. So tomorrow we'll be talking about AmiBroker automation also. We will be talking about how to code in AmiBroker also. So if in case, I'll also share this link also. You can go and make use of this. Arjit is asking for existing algo strategies of AmiBroker. Can we get backtested data for AmiBroker strategies from 2018 to till date? For existing AlgoMojo strategies of AmiBroker, yeah, you can go and check with the sales team. They will be providing you the backtesting report of whatever the backtesting period you want. All right, so let me pause the session here. I hope you learned something new about automation, TradingView PointScript, and how to connect with the AlgoMojo, how to configure these 3 modules confidently. So hope you will be able to configure your own strategies. That is the whole idea, to make you as an independent trader who can go and configure their own strategies on their own. They have the total control of their own strategies rather than depending upon anybody else. So let me stop the session here. We'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you are very curious to know more about AmiBroker, you can go and enroll here, which is we're going to talk very basic things about how to code in AmiBroker AFL and how to convert your strategy into automated part. That's what we're going to talk about in tomorrow's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you.